Married women in the group, is it such a thing or normal for men to come home late? From Friday to Sunday, maybe 4-ish, drunk and smelling of alcohol. I've discussed this 1,000 times with him and even made it very clear that it's his it's his nightlife that will one day make me leave. Mark you, weekends he comes home 9-ish, weekdays actually, he comes home 9-ish to 10-ish. Most weekends, he's always traveling. The few that he's around, we can actually spend one Sunday as a family together. Is this how men operate? Is this how they are wired? Am I expecting too much? I'm at a point that I just want to go work in a different town, so I never stress about his coming home late. I feel like he has prioritized his friends over his family. I'm introverted, so the days I don't go to work, I'm always at home alone. Makes my life so lonely. Most of my friends live in different towns. I have never caught him cheating, and he also provides fully. I've talked to him over and over, but he only changes for a few months, then snaps back. Kindly advise, is this how all men are, Ama? Feels like a married single scenario. Guys, that's how I shoot today. What do you think? So this is your today scenario. What is your comment and how can you help this wife? So I'm going to read some of the opinions, then I'll give my own opinion about this. Number one is that try and get your own life, my dear. Create new friends and hobbies. Join a Bible study group or fellowship of you are a Christian. If you are a Christian, go out and visit friends over weekends. Make your weekends busy. If you continue following up on him, you will cry a lot of tears. What do you think about that? What about that? Okay, I do feel like this is a good advice, but to the wrong problem. Her problem is not okay. Her problem is him coming late. So how is it creating more friends, helping him to come early? That's the question. What do you think? Okay, I'll give my opinion, and I'm just trying to review about that answer. Like, yeah, it's good to create friends, to have a new life, but when you're married, you are not alone. You are not single. You are two. So if there is a problem with the other party, you creating other friend does not replace him. That's the mystery of marriage. You feel like there's something special about your partner that others cannot fulfill it. You just want him. It is him who can fulfill him, or her if it's a man. So there's some answer here. Question here is that was he drinking before marriage? Did he have another comment that is? Did he have time for you before marriage? It's difficult to change a human being if he doesn't want to change. Only him can make a decision to change. That I concur with that commenting that there's some questions there's some more clarification that we need in this scenario, because if he was drinking before marriage or he was coming late, before marriage they were not staying together, right? If he's a night party, he's a party person who likes going out and coming in late. When you are single, you're doing the same, maybe with him. Then when you're married, don't expect him to change just abruptly. But if this thing has just started when you are in marriage, then should raise concern. If it was just that was his habit, then it will now take more conscious steps that will have to walk together, do it. But if he was doing the same thing before, it will now take, now that is him, right? You have to accept him the way he is. So the next comment is that no, it's not normal. Unfortunately, I have no advice for you. You say you have several expressed your disapproval of his habit to no avail, meaning he's not willing to change, even if it's only to make you happy. You got two options: accept that is how your marriage is and live with it, or opt out as per your ultimatum to him. It is even worse because you have no idea what he does while away. Wow, yes. That's her opinion, is that she has to come to conclusion on her own. Another thing is, if you leave, another comment, if you leave, what will you start doing different? What will you start doing differently? Going to other towns on weekends to visit your friends? Why can't you do it now? Yeah, why can't you do it now? So I'm going to read two more comments, then I give my opinion, and we'll be We'll close it there. Try and get to your own life, my dear. How did you get? Oh, sorry. There's another comment. Actually, it's the last one. How did you get there? It will help if we began your married life story at how and where you two met. Sometimes, where things start going wrong long before the two involved even long before the two involved even say I do. Was he not drinking when you met him and fell in love with him? Were you two going out till late when you were dating? Maybe he's just being his old self, but now seasoned and more refined. Wow, that's the truth of the matter. Is that there's more to this story than just what we have read, and the reality of the issue is that in marriage, in different season, in different stages of marriages, we will face different situation. So they should say that the grass is not greener on the other side, meaning that try and solve where you are to the maximum. So for my opinion is that indeed it's not normal. If she asked, is it normal? I'm married and it's not normal. It's not normal for somebody to be coming to the house at 4. 4 actually is not late. It's next day. Ama, then it's already morning. 4 in the morning. Some people I know are waking up at 4 to go at work, right? So if he's coming up at 4, actually he slept. For me, in my case, he has slept out, right? He just came early home the next day. So it's not normal. Even it's the normal days, him coming 9ish, 10ish. But I come to understand if he is a bar person, this can kind of be normal, because if you're coming out of work, the 9 to 5 jobs, they end, I'm assuming that is a 9 to 5 job, because she said he works and he travels a lot. So if he comes out of work at, let's say 5, na hizi jams za Nairobi, okay, maybe he goes to the bar kidogo. In the bar you can't just come out early. I don't know. Something do not. I don't drink. I don't go to bar, but I know. But so it's no obvious for him to come out 10, 9, but it's not a healthy. This marriage is sick, and it need healing as early as possible. If he's a bad person, he need to create time for his family or his wife, for this matter, because she hasn't mentioned if they have kids. You need to create time for her so that they can be able to bond and do something like that. What if they used to do that together, then maybe she changed. She says she's an introverted person, meaning she doesn't like going out in like that. Then they need to meet at a point. She says he's not a cheat, and he's a very responsible person, which are very good qualities for a partner. So in this late coming, need to be sat down and resolved. So my opinion is that they need to look for therapy. They need to look for somebody, a professional, that if the husband is willing, they go and be able to talk. And if he is suffering from alcoholism, maybe he's an addict, he need to go to rehab and get helped, because sometimes it's addiction where he just get himself getting drunk and he passes out. I know. Sometimes people who drink passes out, right? Unastukania ni next day. So some of these things need to be resolved. When you're saying for better for worse, it's not a joke. It's the reality that there are times that they will be worse, and this scenario, this is the worst part of it. But the good thing is that you can come out of it. We have so many testimonies of people who were in such type of a season, but they came out of it. So also, okay, for me, the advice that friends get does not solve the matter at the table. Her issue is not that she doesn't have friends. She has friends, which are just far, but also her issue is him coming late, or just a wife yearning for her husband to be early, to have time with him. And I tell you, every wife yearns for that. Even men, and everybody yearns to have time, quality time with their partners. So that is today's scenario. What do you think about her situation? What advice will you give her? May God bless you. Kindly remember to like and subscribe. Bye.